I'm Patrick Koocheradis. I'll be performing the dagger monologue from Macbeth, written by William Shakespeare. And scene. Is this the dagger I see before me? The handle towards my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? False creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain. I see thee yet, form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still. Long pipe latent dungeon cuts of blood, which were not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which forms thus to mine eyes. Now, for the one half-world nature seems dead. Wicked dreams, abused curtains sleep, and witchcraft celebrates pale hecates, offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by sentinel the wolf, whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, moves like a ghost towards his design. Thou shun from said earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear that thy very stones will prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. While thy 30 lives, words to thee to deeds, too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell which summons thee to heaven or to hell. I'm Patrick Koocheradis. I'll be performing The Importance of Opera from Amadeus, written by Schaffer. And scene. I don't understand you. You're all up on purchase but doesn't hide your assholes. You don't give a shit about gods and heroes. If you're honest, each one of you, which of you isn't more home with his hairdresser than with Hercules, or Horatius, or your stupid Danuus come to that, or mine, Idomeneo, king of Crete. All those English antiques are all bores. Bores! All serious operas written this century are all boring! Look at us! 4 gaping mouths, what a perfect quartet! Oh, I'd love to write it, just a second at a time, this now, as you are. Her Chamberlain thinking, impertinent Mozart, I must speak to the Emperor at once. Her Prefect thinking, ignorant Mozart debasing opera with his vulgarity. Her court composer thinking, German Mozart, what can he finally know about music? And her Mozart himself in the middle thinking, I'm just a good fellow. Why do they all disapprove of me? That's why opera's so important, Baron, because it's realer than any play. A dramatic poet has to put down all those thoughts one after the other just to represent this second at a time. The composer can put them all down at once and still make us hear each one of them. astonishing device, a vocal quartet. I tell you, I want to write a finale lasting half an hour. A quartet becoming a quintet, becoming a sextet. On and on, wider and wider, all sounds multiplying, rising together and then together to create a sound entirely new. I bet that's how God hears the world. Millions of sounds ascending at once and mixing in his ear to become unending music unmeasured to us. That's our job, us composers. To combine in the minds of him and him and him and her the thoughts of chambermaids and choir composers, and to turn the audience into God! I talk nonsense all day. It's incurable, just ask Stanzel. My tongue is stupid, Baron. But my heart isn't. And scene.
Forgive me. My footfall's not heavy, and your rugs are soft.
It's all right, sir, but how did you come in?
The door to this room was ajar, so I did not bother knocking. But tell me, how is Miss Lucy in a nervous prostration?
I think she's better, sir.
Ah, good. But the strain of Miss Lucy's illness has made you also ill.
How did you know, sir? But it's only a pain in my head that runs down into the neck.
I can remove this pain.
I don't understand, sir.
Such pains are remedies to suggestion.
Excuse me, sir, but if it's hypnotism you mean, I think I'd rather have the pain.
Ah, you think of hypnotism as an ugly waving of arms in many passes. That is not my method. What is given can be taken away. From now on, you no longer have any pain. Have no will of your own. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
When you awake, you will not remember what I say. Dr. Seward ordered you to sleep with your mistress in the same bed every night because of her bad dreams. Is it not so?
Yes, master.
Your mistress is threatened by horror and by death, but I will save her. A man whose words and cross purposes of mine has come to this house. I will crush him. Receive your orders. Do you hear me?
Yes, master.
Hear and obey. From now on, you'll carry out any suggestion that reaches you instantly from my brain, without question. When I will you to do a thing, it shall be done. My call will reach you soon.
Not the devil!
Come. Not as bad as that.
I did not hear you, Count.
I am often told I have a light footstep.
I was looking in the mirror. It's a fleshing covers the whole room, but I could not see you in it.
Forgive me. I dislike mirrors. They're the object of man's vanity. But tell me, how's the fair patient?
The diagnosis presents difficulties.
I feared it might, my friend.
Would you care to see what I have prescribed for my patient?
Anything that you prescribe for Miss Lucy has the greatest interest to me.
Ah! The prescription is the most unusual one.
The cut is not deep. I looked.
No, but it will serve. Here is my medicine for Miss Lucy. Ah! You do not care for the smell?
You're a wise man, Professor. For one who hasn't even lived a single lifetime.
You flatter me, Count.
But not wise enough to return to Holland. Now that you've learned what you've learned.
I prefer to stay, even though a certain lunatic here attempted to kill me.
Lunatics are difficult. They do not do what they are told, and they often try to betray their benefactor. It is when a servant fails to carry out orders The master must step in for himself.
I anticipated as much.
In the past 500 years, Professor, those who have crossed my path have all died. And some, not pleasantly. Come here! Your will is strong, and I shall come to you.